Have you ever wondered how to make this? Super clear, pure, clean ice for your cocktails. Stick around and I will show you how.
Okay, so if you want to make your own crystal clear ice, you only need one thing, and that is a cooler that will fit in your freezer. So the reason ice is cloudy to begin with is because the impurities in the water freeze into the ice and cause the cloudiness. How we get around that is by using a cooler that is room temperature. Don't pre-chill the cooler, so you want it to be warm. And what happens is the ice freezes from the top because we're not going to put the lid on this. And then as the ice freezes, it pushes the impurities down into the water that's not yet frozen. And we stop the freezing process after 24 hours, so we'll get about that much ice. The rest of this will just be water. We'll dump the water off and we'll cut the ice into cubes. So let's go ahead and get started. What I have here is some filtered water. You can use tap water, it does not have to be filtered. You just get slightly better results with filtered water. Go until this is almost completely full. Okay, now we'll go ahead and get this put in our freezer, and I'll bring you back after about 24 hours and I'll show you how we cut this into cubes. Okay, so after 24 hours, it's time to get our ice out of the freezer. I took it out about half an hour ago just to let it acclimate to the room so it doesn't crack whenever we take it out of the cooler. So I have about a 2-inch piece of ice here. The rest of it underneath is just water. So I have a pan here. I'm just going to dump everything in it. And if you don't have a cooler, about 9 quarts, I'll put a link down below to Amazon for this so you guys can pick one up. Just use our knife. Okay, go ahead and just bust off some more of this. Okay, now what we want to do is, this is some relatively hot water just to help us cut the ice better. Then when we're seeing some other heavy object, I'm just going to use this to hit the knife once we get cut through a little bit. So I just want to pick about 1.5 to 2 inches. Start cutting with a bread knife. Heat our knife back up whenever we start getting ice formed in the blade. And then once we're about 1/4 inch or so, just give it a tap. And if you're lucky, it'll bust all the way through. If you're not, just go ahead and take these smaller chunks. Just cut those off. And we'll warm our knife back up. And we'll just cut this one in half or so. Same thing, just... And there you have your ice. I'll just continue cutting the rest of this up and I'll bring it back whenever I'm all finished.
I did forget to mention that at this point, if you want to press your cubes into balls, this is where you would do this. The press is pretty expensive, and this is what it looks like.
Okay, for the ice ball maker, it's just this little container, insulated, plastic inside. And there's a line right there that we're going to fill up to with some filtered water. And the instructions say to put all these pieces in together, but I prefer to do them individually. So I put the center one that has 2 sides. Then take the outside pieces. Okay, then we'll put this in the freezer for 24 to 30 hours. And I'll bring you back. After 30 hours, you will get 4 of these perfect balls. They do have a little bit of, I don't know if you can see that very well, some artifacting inside. And a couple air bubbles. You do get these little pieces, but they're easy to get rid of. Just use your finger to heat them up and they'll just melt away real fast. Yeah, this is super easy. Takes a little bit longer, but for how easy it is, I'd get something like this. I think this is about 40 bucks, and you can make 4 at a time. And I'll add a link to this in the description. Okay, now that our ice is all cubed up into these crystal clear cubes, go ahead and just put all these on this drying rack. Get these on the drying rack to get everything solidified. And then we can store them long term in a Ziploc, in a zip top bag. Okay, I'll get these put in the freezer again. Take about an hour for them to get all the surface water froze up, and then we can put them in a zip top bag. Okay, so there you have it. After just another hour, went ahead and pop these into a zip top bag. And for almost no work, just have some crystal clear ice to enjoy your favorite beverage. So please, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for watching.